Welcome back to Beneficial Books. Today, we explore some of the fundamental drivers of human success through Cal Newport's book, Deep Work: Rules for Focused Success in a Distracted World. Deep Work by Cal Newport is a powerful and engaging guide to achieving greater productivity and fulfillment by embracing the practice of deep work. In a world increasingly characterized by constant distractions and shallow tasks, Newport makes a compelling case for the transformative benefits of focused, undistracted work. This summary explores the core ideas of the book, highlighting key concepts and examples to illustrate how deep work can lead to extraordinary results. At the heart of deep work is the distinction between deep work and shallow work. Deep work is defined as professional activities performed in a state of distraction-free concentration that push cognitive capabilities to their limit. These efforts create new value, improve skills, and are hard to replicate. On the other hand, shallow work consists of tasks that are easy to perform, often done while distracted, and do not add much value or require significant thought. Newport argues that in our modern, hyper-connected society, shallow work has become the norm, while deep work is increasingly rare and undervalued. Newport introduces the concept of attention residue, which refers to the remnants of one's focus left on a previous task when switching to a new one. This residue diminishes cognitive performance and productivity. By minimizing task switching and dedicating uninterrupted time to deep work, individuals can significantly enhance their cognitive capabilities and achieve more in less time. Newport cites a study by Sophie Leroy, which shows that people who switch tasks frequently perform worse than those who focus on a single task for extended periods. This underscores the importance of sustained focus in achieving high-quality work. Before we continue on, please don't forget to show your appreciation by clicking the like and subscribe button. To cultivate deep work, Newport outlines several practical rules. The first rule, work deeply, emphasizes the importance of creating rituals and routines to foster deep work. Newport suggests scheduling deep work sessions, designing an environment conducive to focus, and leveraging productive meditation, thinking deeply about a problem while performing a physical activity such as walking. He shares the example of Carl Jung, who built a retreat in the Swiss countryside to escape distractions and engage in deep work, ultimately producing groundbreaking contributions to psychology. The second rule, embrace boredom, encourages embracing periods of boredom and resisting the urge for constant stimulation. Newport argues that our addiction to distractions and instant gratification has weakened our ability to focus. By deliberately scheduling breaks from focus and avoiding distractions during these breaks, we can train our brains to become more comfortable with boredom and enhance our ability to concentrate. Newport mentions the practice of productive meditation, where one focuses on a single professional problem while engaging in a physical activity as a way to build this skill. The third rule, quit social media, challenges the assumption that social media is essential for personal and professional success. Newport suggests conducting a social media detox to evaluate the impact of these platforms on one's life and work. He argues that many of the benefits of social media are overstated and that the costs, primarily the fragmentation of attention and time, often outweigh the advantages. Newport cites the example of author and professor Neil Postman, who famously limited his exposure to television to preserve his cognitive abilities and focus. If you're enjoying this book so far, consider grabbing a copy for yourself. Click the link in the description for more info. The fourth rule, drain the shallows, advocates for minimizing the time spent on shallow work to create more space for deep work. This involves critically evaluating one's tasks and responsibilities, delegating or eliminating low-value activities, and batching shallow tasks to specific times. Newport provides the example of computer scientist Donald Knuth, who famously stopped using email to focus on his research and writing. By eliminating this major source of shallow work, Knuth was able to devote more time to deep, meaningful projects. Throughout deep work, Newport emphasizes the importance of deliberate practice, a concept popularized by psychologist Anders Ericsson. Deliberate practice involves focused, intentional effort to improve specific skills, often through challenging and repetitive tasks. Newport argues that deep work is a form of deliberate practice, and by consistently engaging in deep work, individuals can achieve mastery in their fields. He cites the example of jazz musician John Coltrane, who dedicated countless hours to practicing his instrument and developing his unique style, ultimately becoming one of the greatest jazz musicians of all time. Newport also addresses common objections to deep work, such as the belief that creative insights require spontaneous, unstructured thinking. He argues that deep work and creativity are not mutually exclusive. In fact, deep work can enhance creativity by providing the mental space and focus necessary for generating innovative ideas. Newport shares the example of author J.K. Rowling, who wrote much of the Harry Potter series in seclusion, away from the distractions of daily life, to illustrate how deep work can fuel creative breakthroughs. In addition to these rules and examples, Newport provides practical strategies for implementing deep work in various professional contexts. He suggests starting with small, manageable changes, such as setting aside an hour each day for deep work, and gradually increasing the amount of time dedicated to focused tasks. Newport also recommends tracking progress and reflecting on the impact of deep work on one's productivity and satisfaction. By consistently practicing deep work, individuals can develop the mental resilience and discipline needed to thrive in a world filled with distractions. One of the most inspiring aspects of deep work is its emphasis on the long-term benefits of cultivating a deep work habit. Newport argues that deep work is not only a path to greater productivity and professional success, but also a means of finding greater fulfillment and meaning in one's work. By dedicating time to deep, meaningful tasks, individuals can achieve a sense of accomplishment and purpose that is often lacking in a world dominated by shallow work. In conclusion, Deep Work by Cal Newport is a thought-provoking and practical guide to achieving greater focus, productivity, and fulfillment in a distracted world. By distinguishing between deep work and shallow work, Newport highlights the transformative potential of focused, undistracted work. Through practical rules, compelling examples, and actionable strategies, he provides a roadmap for cultivating a deep work habit and unlocking one's full cognitive capabilities. Whether you're a professional seeking to excel in your field, a student striving for academic success, or anyone looking to find more meaning in your work, Deep Work offers valuable insights and tools to help you achieve your goals. Beneficial Books hopes you found this summary useful. If so, please watch out for our next video on 0 to 1 Notes on Startups or How to Build the Future by Blake Masters and Peter Thiel.